Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you all had a great weekend. It's Sunday. It's time to do our usual. Take a look at the miners, see how they did. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum, see what's going on there. It's not looking too good right now, but we'll take a look. Then we have also this weekend Bitcoin miners, so we'll see how they fared compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't do too bad. The miners, some of them got wrecked this week. It was not good. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll also take a look at the 52-week lows for some of the miners. Some of them are hitting new 52-week lows this past week. We'll take a look at which ones those are. And we'll call it a day. It should be a pretty easy video. So as always, not financial advice. You guys know the drill here. I'm invested in flying coins and companies for full disclosure. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. Hitting the like button helps me out tremendously. And let's get into Bitcoin right now, and then we'll get into the other stuff. So Bitcoin is obviously at 18,789. It has been obviously sliding down on price in us. We'll look at the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the daily chart. So we've been battling with our 19,500 support resistance here. We've bounced off of this trend line that we drew a while back. We're still on the other side of it. We haven't fallen below it, which I guess is a good thing. But we are obviously not doing as great as I would hoped we would be doing right now. If we look at the RSI is at 40 right now. Last time we were right around here we're pretty close to it here, I would guess. To say price was much closer to 19,500, we are at obviously almost $700 lower than that right now, and the RSI is flat, so that's not a good sign on the daily chart right now. Looking at the 1 hour chart as well, we can see the RSI right now is at 36. Last time, it's kind of hard to tell where we were last time, but I mean, if we look at the bottom here that we just a couple hours ago bottomed out at, that was at 33 or so. Last time we were right around here on it. And at that point, price was actually lower. So on the 1 hour chart, it's starting to look a little bit better as far as turning a little bit maybe bullish, at least on the hour chart. Because we can see here price was lower, RSI was about the same, and price has gone up since then. So that's possibly a good sign for us here, at least in the interim. Going into the next day or two, possibly we might be starting to kind of go back up a little bit. But we'll have to see how it plays out. So that's Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look at Ethereum really quick. Ethereum is doing the same thing pretty much. Looking at the RSI, RSI is pretty low at 33. The closest we were to this mark was right around here, and where we were just a couple hours ago, we were actually higher in price than we are now. But if we go far enough back a little bit, we're pretty close here. Price was down, so we may be seeing that reversal pattern where the price is starting to go up and RSI is starting to be the same. That would obviously be a good sign here on the daily. Looking at it, let's see, RSI was 36 today. Last time we were still right around here, I guess. We were higher in price. So we haven't still flipped on the daily chart. We have flipped on the 1 hour chart for both. It looks like maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum. But we'll have to obviously see how this plays out. So let's take a quick peek at the miners, see which ones reached new 52-week lows this week. And we'll get into the actual week to week. And then we actually have one story to go over that might be a little bit of a positive sign for the miners and for the market itself in general. So we'll cover that at the end here, or right after we do the weekly lows or the daily lows on the miners. Okay, so Argo obviously reached its new 52-week low. Let me see here. Where is it at? 52-week low of 36 cents, which is basically shown here at 36. So that was on Friday. So that's Argo, obviously. Came pretty close to it. It's been, let's see if we zoom out a little bit. And I'm on the daily chart here, so that's good. So we've been in this kind of pattern here for quite a while. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Squish these lines here. So looking at it, we have been kind of battling here with this 37-cent mark on Argo here for quite a while. But we obviously broke through it, so we have a new 52-week low for them. Bit Digital hit its 52-week low Friday as well at $1.18, it looks like. And it looks like it's been, it was battling with it in June, looks like middle of June. And then we've obviously crossed it today, or Friday. Bitfarms is down to $1.02. That was reached on Friday as well, which is, we're seeing a lot of these happening daily now almost. And the prior one was possibly set also in around July. So July we had a pretty low here, and now we're seeing obviously new all-time 52-week lows. CleanSpark, same thing, $3 basically on Friday. It has obviously surprisingly been dropping like a rock here in the last couple of days, couple of weeks. It looks like the last 2 weeks, even though they keep providing updates that they're increasing their hash rate, buying miners, buying sites and everything else, but yet still the stock is going down, which doesn't make any sense to me. But I think it's just the general market itself is going down, and they're taking obviously everything with them. Cores is at a new 52-week low as low, $1.36 here, reached on Friday as well. It was pretty close to that as well back in end of June and battling with it around mid-July as well. Had a nice rally here a little bit to $3.36, and then it's obviously pulled quite a bit down. DigiHost does not have a new 52-week low. It did reach a new 52-week low on, well, this month, September 2nd, it looks like. It rallied a little bit. Now it's coming back down somewhat, so it's still not at a new 52-week low, but it's pretty close to it. DMG reached its 52-week low back in, looks like, beginning of July, but it's getting close to that again. So it was 16.8 cents. It's at 18 cents, so it's only 2 cents away, so it's not that far away. Hive also reached its 52-week low back in, looks like middle of June 14th. And we are at $3.75, so we're still, 90 cents away from that. So not too far. So Hive has fared pretty good so far. Hut 8 reached its 52-week low also on July 5th. It's at $1.69 right now. $1.27 was the previous 52-week low. It is, so what is that? 42 cents away from that. So it's getting close to that also. Iris Energy reached its 52-week low back in June of 23rd, and that was $2.89. It's at $3.67, so we're about 80 cents away from that right now, so it's still looking okay. Lexfolio, new 52-week low of 5 cents, basically. It has been obviously dropping like a rock as well here. You can see it. It's really bad for Lexfolio. Marathon reached its 52-week low in July 5th. At $5.20. It is now at $9.47. It obviously went up really nice here after that low that it hit in July. It has come back down a little bit, bounced a little bit, and has been coming down in price here. It's at $9.47 right now, so about $4 and change, $3 and change. It looks like that. That's from the 52-week low. Mawson reached a new 52-week low here this past week. It looks like on Monday at 51 cents possibly. And it has been slowly and steady coming down in price here over the last couple weeks and months. Not very active. It doesn't look like in the stock space. Riot reached its 52-week low at $4.02. This was back on the 5th of July. That was at $4.02. It's at $6.33. So basically, $2.31 off from where it's at. So it's still quite a ways above that. So it's doing pretty good. Soluna reached its new 52-week low at $1.44. This was back on Thursday. And we're seeing, obviously, the price coming back down. I wouldn't be surprised if we reach a new 52-week low on Monday as well. And then finally, Stronghold is at $1.04. He reached on Friday as well. So we've had quite a few miners getting the 52-week lows on Friday or this week. And that's basically with Bitcoin going down in price. It's putting a huge sell pressure, obviously, on the miners as well, which is unfortunate. But hopefully things will turn around. All right. So let's take a quick look at the story that I found here. Kind of thought it was interesting. So 3 reasons Bitcoin is oversold like crazy. So right now, so this is an opinion piece. So here are the 3 things that they are mentioning in here. So the Bitcoin hash rate hit all-time high in September. And let's see if we can pull that up here. That's that one. Where's the other one? There it is. So let's take a look at the hash rate here on Bitcoin. Let's refresh this really quick. And you can see here we did reach, obviously, 234 million terahashes on September 17th. We dropped a little bit here. 19th, 20th, we went back up. But if we look at the raw values, we can see, obviously, we are hitting new all-time highs. So that is true. And usually when that happens, not always, but usually when that happens, there's usually a price appreciation in Bitcoin that follows it. We also have, obviously, Bitcoin miners keep adding ASIC units and mining facilities, which is true. Obviously, some are selling, like Mawson sold to CleanSpark, but we do have, obviously, other miners that are just installing like crazy, like Cores, Bitfarms, some of the other ones, Iris Energy, and other ones are just adding a lot of miners every month. That's obviously increasing the hash rate as well. So that is true. And then you also have some trouble in the markets as well with Compute North filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's not helping things either. That's putting sell pressure on some of the miners as well. Marathon, Hive, some of the other ones that they deal with. And then you have also institutional investors aren't backing down. So this is actually a really good one here. So you have another strong leading indicator for future bull run is of avid and growing interest from institutional investors. NASDAQ, for instance, is one of the latest Wall Street incumbents to begin rolling out custody services for institutional investors to get into crypto. And as you know, institutional money is both smart and conservative. As the more risk-averse hedge funds, big banks, and traditional finance companies lean into crypto services, investors will notice a long-term bullish trend, which I also agree with. So there are obviously three things that are still pointing to maybe a short-term rally in Bitcoin and the miners. But when that's going to happen, obviously we have the Fed increasing interest rates. They're now at basically, they were increasing another 75 basis points last week. For mortgages, it's now like 6.3% on a 30-year fixed mortgage rate. So that's really high. That's obviously going to be slowing down the economy and everything else. So it's a tough time to be investing in the market in general. I mean, everything's been going down. And obviously the Bitcoin miners and crypto especially. So I just want to point that out to you guys that there are some good things still happening in the space here. All right. So here are the miners versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin was actually only down 2.4% this week, which wasn't too bad. But you can see here the miners, for the most part, were down a lot more than that. Other thing I wanted to point out to you guys is how much lower the price of the miners is from their 52-week highs than they are currently. So Riot is down 86% from its 52-week high. BitDigital is down 91%. Argo is down 82, almost 83. Hive is down 86.5 roughly. DMG is down 85, almost 86. HUD is down almost 90%. Mawson is down 96.5. Marathon is down 88, almost 89. Bitfarms is down 88, almost 89 as well. DigiHost is down 91. Sphere is down 94. CleanSpark is down 86. Core is down 90. And Soluna is down 91.2. And Iris is down 87. Let me see if we can maybe zoom this in a little bit more so you guys can possibly see this a little bit better. So those are the numbers where the miners are off their 52-week lows. Obviously, if they go back up to the 52-week highs, we're looking at a lot of appreciation possibly. And some of these miners, I don't expect that to happen. But you never know with the market the way it is. People get a little bit overconfident and invest too much, especially when we get into a rally. So Riot could be possibly a 631% gain from where it is right now. BitDigital 1,087, Argo 477, Hive 646, DMG 610, Hut 880, Mawson 2,788. Mawson obviously going to be a hard one for them to get back up to their 52-week high, especially since they sold a site. So I think they're going to be probably reducing their hash rate a little bit. Marathon 781%, Bitfarm 774%, DigiHost 1,001%, Sphere 3D 1,638, CleanSpark 658, Core Scientific 947, Soluna 1,038, and Iris 669. So those are just the numbers there to look at. And let's get into the actual miners here, see how they did compared to the rest of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin obviously was down 2.4%, Riot 4.74%, BitDigital 5.51%. Then you got Argo at 11%, Hive at 11%, DMG at down 12.8%, Hut 8 down 12 almost 9%, Mawson 12.9% as well, Marathon 13.2%, almost 13.3%, Bitfarms down 13.7%, Bitfarms down 15.3% roughly, Sphere down 16.1%, CleanSpark down 16.8%, Core down 20.5%, Soluna down 24.6%, and Iris down 27.4%. So obviously a rough week for the miners. Usually when the Bitcoin goes down a couple percentage points, these guys usually go 2-3x, and some of these have actually gone down 10x from where Bitcoin has, which is pretty rough on the miners. Let's see here. So that's on the weekly here. If we look at the 4 weeks, see how we stack up now in the 4 weeks. So let's do this descending really quick. There we go, 4 weeks. And we can see DigiHost is the only one that's up 7.46% from the 4 weeks ago. Bitcoin is down 3.37%, so that's not too bad. But I mean, look at Soluna here. Soluna is down 42% from 4 weeks ago. Core is down 32. Mawson is down 23. CleanSpark down 23. Hive is down 21. Argo, I mean, it's really bad. You can see Riot is pretty close to Bitcoin. Riot, it seems like for the last week and the 4 weeks, is pretty close to where Bitcoin is trending right now. Riot, Iris is down only 10. DMG is down 11. HUT is down, what is that? HUT is down 11.5 roughly. Bitfarm is down 12.3. So all these miners are getting wrecked right now. Let's take a look at the 8 weeks. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Where did it go? Miners Weekly. There we go. On the 8 weeks. Sort descending. So if we do the 8 weeks, we can see Bitcoin's only down 17.14%. I say only, but still a lot. But you got Argo's down 21, so they're pretty close to that. Iris is down 22. BitDigital is down 22. Riot is down 23. Hive is down 25. Hut 8 is down 28. Sphere is down 30. Now we're getting into basically 2x what Bitcoin is down. And that's Marathon, CleanSpark, DMG, Bitfarms. I'm surprised they're all pretty close to that. So, wow, that's actually kind of shocking that they're that close to each other. And then you got Mawson at 36, DigiHost at 41, Core Scientific at 50%, and Soluna down 67%. And then finally, let's take a look at the 12-week really quick. Descending, and we can see what's going on here. And we got basically Riot's up 15.93 from 12 weeks ago. Marathon's up 11.28. Hut 8 is up 3.68. Hive is up 3.59. So those are your leaders there. Then you got Iris down 3.93, while Bitcoin is actually down 11.2%. So that's actually pretty surprising that those guys are up higher than Bitcoin is, or at least are positive, while Bitcoin is still down. Then you got DMG at 12, Argo at 18, Bitfarms at 21, Core at 23 down, BitDigital down 27, CleanSpark down 32, Sphere down 33, DigiHost down 38, Mawson down 52, and Soluna down 67. So there it is. There's the weekly recap on the miners versus Bitcoin. See how they all did. Obviously, it has been a good couple weeks here on the miners or Bitcoin itself, if you look at it. And if we scroll down here, you can see here the last time we had any kind of good rally was back in looks like July, beginning to mid-July. You can see here on the chart that we've had quite a few green weeks compared to the last couple weeks that we've been into. And then if we go far enough back, you'll probably see more red in there. So we had a couple weeks where we were in the green, we were doing really well. And then obviously things just fell apart on us, and we've been falling down ever since then. So it is what it is. That's the market. We know the miners are really volatile, especially with Bitcoin. They go up 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x compared to Bitcoin sometimes, but they also fall the same amount. So it's part of the game here with them. It's just a long game, and best way to play it is, I think, dollar cost averaging. Not financial advice. You do you, I'll do me. But that's kind of what I've been doing, is kind of dollar cost averaging as best I can right now. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have any comments, questions on the comments down below. I always try to respond to you guys there. Also, spreadsheets available to my Patreon members. Thank you to everyone there for their continued support. Love you all. Hope you guys had a great week, and I hope you all have a great week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what's going on then. So that is it. Have a great night.